3 herbs Jesus burned, plus secret Aramaic mantras complete Essene ritual revealed. Did you know Jesus not only burned 3 sacred herbs, but also chanted specific Aramaic mantras during his purification rituals? In the Dead Sea Scrolls discovered at Qumran, surprising details were revealed about the Essene community practices where Jesus spent part of his youth. Among these practices was the burning of frankincense, myrrh and hyssop, combined with 4 powerful mantras that elevated spiritual frequency. Today you'll discover the complete ritual, step by step, and as a bonus, we've created a 432 Hz meditative music with these ancient mantras for you to use during your own practice. A conexão Essene de Jesus. Before we dive into the 3 sacred herbs and their mantras, we need to understand Jesus' profound connection with the Essene community. The Essenes were a Jewish group living in the Judean desert near the Dead Sea, dedicated to a life of spiritual purity and mystical practices. Unlike the Pharisees and Sadducees, who dominated urban temples, the Essenes sought direct connection with the divine through specific purification rituals. Scholars such as theologian Edmond Bourdeau, Shickley, and archaeologist Roland de Vaux extensively documented the life of this community after the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls in 1947. These scrolls revealed sophisticated spiritual practices that included ritual baths, prolonged fasts, prayers at specific times, and the use of natural elements combined with sacred sounds for consciousness elevation. Jesus' connection with the Essenes is not mentioned in the canonical Gospels, but various apocryphal texts and historical evidence suggest he spent years among them. The Gospel's silence about Jesus' life between 12 and 30 years old has intrigued scholars for centuries. Many researchers believe this period was spent precisely in Qumran, learning the secret practices of the Essenes, including their advanced knowledge of herbs and vibrational frequencies. The Essenes were known as the healers of their time. They mastered knowledge about medicinal plants and their energetic properties, but they also understood something even more profound: the power of sound vibration. They didn't use herbs only for physical healing, but deeply comprehended how certain plants, combined with specific vocal frequencies, could alter states of consciousness and create energetic fields conducive to spiritual revelations. When Jesus began his public ministry, many of his practices reflected Essene teachings. The emphasis on inner purity, fasting in the desert, healing through natural methods, and the use of Aramaic words of power all echoed the Essene model. And among these practices was the ritual of burning specific herbs while chanting sacred mantras before important moments of prayer and teaching. Estas herbes sagradas e reveladas. The first herb that Jesus and the Essenes burned was frankincense, also known as olive. This aromatic resin comes from the Boswellia sacra tree, native to southern Arabia and the Horn of Africa. In Essene texts, frankincense was called tears of angels because they believed its smoke created a bridge between the earthly plane and celestial realms. When burned, frankincense releases chemical compounds that modern studies prove have anxiolytic properties and induce deep meditative states, making it the perfect ally for spiritual elevation. The second herb was myrrh, another precious resin extracted from trees of the Comifera genus. Myrrh was considered by the Essenes as the purifier of dense, energetic fields. While frankincense elevated vibration, myrrh removed stagnant and negative energies from the environment. The manuscripts describe that myrrh was burned, especially when sick or spiritually disturbed people were present, as its smoke dissolved the chains that imprisoned the soul to suffering. Its deep, earthy aroma grounded the practice while cleansing emotional wounds. The third herb, less known but equally powerful, was hyssop. This aromatic plant, mentioned several times in the Bible, was used by the Essenes in purification rituals. Hyssop grew abundantly in the Judean desert and was considered the herb of humility and repentance. The Essenes believed its smoke cleaned not only the physical environment, but also obsessive thoughts and negative mental patterns of those who inhaled it, preparing the mind for higher teachings. These 3 herbs weren't burned randomly. The Essenes followed a specific and intentional order that created a vibrational cascade effect. First came hyssop to clean and prepare the field, establishing humility and then myrrh to remove dense energies and past traumas. Finally, frankincense to elevate the frequency of the space to the level necessary to receive divine teachings and connect with higher dimensions of consciousness. Stay until the end of this video, because we have 2 incredible bonuses for you. First, we'll reveal the 4 sacred Aramaic mantras that Jesus chanted with each herb, including correct pronunciation and meaning. Second, we've created an exclusive 432 Hz meditative music incorporating these ancient mantras that you can download and use during your own ritual practice. This is a complete spiritual tool you won't want to miss. Os 4 mantras sagrados Aram y Theo Essence. Din burned herbs in silence. Each plant had its specific mantra, pronounced in Aramaic, the sacred language Jesus spoke. These weren't random words, but vibrational frequencies, designed to amplify the energetic effect of each herb. The combination of plant medicine and sound created a multidimensional purification that worked on physical, emotional, and spiritual levels simultaneously. When burning hyssop, they repeated 3 times, Kadosh, Kadosh, which means holy, holy, holy. This invocation, found in the Qumran hymns and later in Isaiah's vision, created a field of reverence and humility. The threefold repetition wasn't accidental, but aligned with the sacred geometry of divine perfection. The sound Kadosh vibrates at a frequency that opens the heart to receive spiritual cleansing, preparing the practitioner for deeper work. As more smoke rose, practitioners pronounced Ephatha, meaning be opened. Jesus used this exact word when healing the deaf man in Mark 7:34, demonstrating its continued importance in his ministry. The Essenes understood it as a command to blocked energies, ordering stagnant fields to release and dissolve. It was spoken with authority, not as a request, but as a declaration of spiritual power. The guttural sounds in Ephatha create a vibrational pattern that literally breaks apart energetic blockages. With Frankincense, the most powerful invocation was spoken, Abu, which means Our Father who art in the heavens. This is the opening of the Lord's Prayer in its original Aramaic form. The sound vibration of these words in their original language carried a frequency that modern linguistics is only beginning to understand. Unlike translations, the original Aramaic creates harmonic resonance that elevates consciousness to mystical states. Finally, to seal the purified space, Te pronun salom Adonai, meaning peace of the Lord. This created an energetic protection around the consecrated area, preventing lower frequencies from entering the sacred space that had been prepared for spiritual work, prayer, or healing sessions. O ritual completo dos essênios, passo a passo. Now let's understand exactly how to perform this complete ritual, combining the 3 herbs with their 4 sacred mantras. This isn't just historical information, but a practical guide you can follow today. The Qumran manuscripts describe this ritual in precise detail, and we're translating that ancient wisdom into modern, accessible practice. The ritual always began at dawn or dusk, in moments the Essenes called gates of the day. At these times, they believed the veil between worlds was thinner, and communication with the divine became more accessible. Jesus maintained this tradition throughout his ministry. Begin by purifying your hands and feet with water, symbolizing the cleansing of your actions and path. Turn toward the east, the direction of rising light, representing your quest for spiritual illumination. Prepare your incense burner with lit charcoal. Wait until a white ash layer covers the charcoal, indicating ideal temperature. Place small handfuls of hyssop over the embers, and immediately begin chanting Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh 3 times. Let the smoke circulate throughout your space, while maintaining the vibration of humility and reverence. Breathe deeply and allow the hyssop smoke to clear your mental field. Continue for 3 to 5 minutes. Next, add myrrh to the still hot charcoal. As smoke rises, pronounce Ephatha with power and authority. Visualize chains breaking, old traumas dissolving, blocked energies releasing. The Essenes would sometimes repeat this mantra multiple times until they felt an energetic shift in the space. Some experienced practitioners reported feeling actual temperature changes or tingling sensations when the clearing was complete. After the myrrh has done its work, place frankincense on the charcoal. As its precious smoke ascends, chant Abun, Debushmaya, slowly and reverently. This is the moment of elevation and divine connection. Feel your consciousness rising with the smoke. Finally, seal the practice by pronouncing Shalom Adonai, creating a protective field around your consecrated space. What the Essenes knew intuitively 2,000 years ago. Modern science is only beginning to prove. Recent research at universities around the world has revealed extraordinary properties in these 3 plants that Jesus and his community used ritually. The ancient knowledge finds validation in contemporary laboratories in ways that bridge spirituality and science beautifully. Studies published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology demonstrated that frankincense contains compounds called insensyl and insensyl acetate. When inhaled, these compounds cross the blood-brain barrier and activate specific ion channels in the brain that regulate emotions and states of consciousness. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University discovered these substances reduce anxiety and depression while inducing states similar to those achieved in deep meditation. This explains why the Essenes use frankincense specifically for spiritual elevation. Myrrh was the subject of fascinating research at the University of Heidelberg. Scientists discovered that volatile compounds released when myrrh is burned possess powerful antimicrobial properties, eliminating up to 94% of bacteria present in the air. Additionally, studies in clinical aromatherapy showed that myrrh affects the limbic system, the brain area responsible for processing emotional memories and traumas. This validates the Essene understanding of myrrh as a dissolver of emotional chains and past suffering. Hyssop contains essential oils rich in pinocamphone and hyssop. Research in phytotherapy demonstrated these substances have both physical and energetic purifying effects. Studies with Kirlian photography showed measurable alterations in the human aura when exposed to hyssop smoke, providing visual evidence of its energetic cleansing properties that the Essenes described millennia ago. Now, for practical application in your modern life, you can acquire frankincense and hyssop in resin or dried herb form from natural product stores, religious article shops, or specialized online suppliers. Ensure they are pure products without chemical additives. You'll need a safe burning container like a traditional incense burner, clay bowl, or abalone shell with sand or salt at the bottom for heat protection. Use charcoal specifically designed for incense burning. Practice this ritual in the morning before your day begins, or in the evening before meditation or prayer. Open a window to allow smoke circulation. Follow the sequence: hyssop with kadosh, myrrh with Ephatha, frankincense with Abun Debusmaya, and seal with Salom Adonai. The entire practice takes 15 to 20 minutes and creates a powerfully consecrated space for your spiritual work. In T.S. video, we discovered Jesus practiced a complete purification ritual, combining 3 sacred herbs with 4 Aramaic power mantras learned from the Essene community. The 3 plants are hyssop for initial cleansing and humility, myrrh for removing dense energies and emotional traumas, and frankincense for consciousness elevation and opening spiritual channels. Each herb is paired with its specific mantra, creating a vibrational synergy. The 4 mantras are Kadosh, 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 Holy, Holy, Holy with His, Ephatha be opened with myrrh, Abun Debushmaya, Our Father in the heavens with frankincense, and Shalom Adonai, peace of the Lord, to seal the practice. The Dead Sea Scrolls revealed this wasn't random but followed precise spiritual technology refined over generations. Modern science has validated this ancient wisdom, proving these plants contain compounds that directly affect our nervous system, emotional processing, and consciousness states. You can practice this complete ritual today using pure herbs, proper burning equipment, and the sacred mantras in their original Aramaic pronunciation, creating the same energetic field the Essenes and Jesus used 2,000 years ago. If this video brought a new perspective on Jesus' practical teachings and complete Essene wisdom, leave your like and subscribe to the channel to receive more revelations about spiritual practices that have been hidden or forgotten over the centuries. Activate the notification bell because every week we bring Gnostic teachings that can transform your spiritual journey with practical applications you can use immediately. And now, for your exclusive bonus. We've created a complete meditative music in 432 Hz frequency, incorporating all 4 sacred Aramaic mantras from this ritual. This music was specifically designed to be played during your herb burning practice, guiding you through each phase with the correct mantras and timing. The link to download or stream this music is in the description below. It's our gift to support your spiritual practice and connection with these ancient Essene teachings. Share this video with someone who is seeking to deepen their spiritual connection through authentic ancestral practices. In the comments, tell us if you're going to try this complete ritual with the herbs and mantras, or if you've already experienced any of these sacred plants before. We love hearing your stories and creating this community of truth, seekers who aren't afraid to practice ancient wisdom in modern times. Don't forget to check out our other videos about Jesus, Aramaic teachings, and Gnostic practices that are revolutionizing modern spirituality. The complete wisdom is here, available for those who have eyes to see, ears to hear, and courage to practice. Until the next video, may the light of knowledge illuminate your path. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh.
In the desert of Judea, 2,000 years ago, the Essenes gathered at dawn to perform a sacred ritual. 3 herbs, 4 mantras, 1 ancient path to the divine. This is their song. Kadosh, 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 3 times I call your name. Holy, 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 through the Hassa flame. Ancient words of reverence, spoken in the dawn, clearing every shadow before the new day is born. Kadosh, let humility arise, sacred smoke ascending to the ancient sky. Feel the purification, feel the holy fire. Kadosh, 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 lifting me higher. Efatha, be open, chains release. Smoke rising high, commanding stuck energy cease. Jesus spoke this power word to the deaf man's ears. Now I speak it to my soul, dissolving all my fears. And Father, be open wide, let the darkness fall away. Blockages are broken now in the light of this new day. Feel the chains are breaking, feel the freedom flow. And Father, Father, watch my spirit grow. Our Father in the heights, frankincense is burning, elevating to the light. Aramaic frequency that Jesus truly spoke, ancient sound of heaven through the sacred smoke.